Hey, James.
Hey Liz, I just wanted to mention to you, I'm thinking that in terms of the way the story is angled and the lead and everything,
Uh-huh.
maybe if it's we have to think of some other angle so that this doesn't come off looking like, well, we did a story about the black people yesterday, so now we're doing a story about everybody else. You know, which
Right,
whereas
right.
it's kind of true in a way. It's kind of like it needs to be at like totally different angle. You know, community. Now, it can't, if we do community cheers on, then people go, wait a minute. Yesterday you said black people cheer on. Now you're saying community cheer on. So
Right.
maybe something Mercy said about
Yeah.
the excitement of the day and how everybody comes out to support the children or something can be used
Yeah.
as a lead. You know what I mean?
That angle. Are you still there?
Yeah, an angle.
Okay.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. And I just got her interview, so I'll listen to it. And I'm sure she gave us something.
Hopefully
In
she
fact,
did something.
yesterday when I was online, PUSD, I happened to see they had a whole page devoted to first day of school. And it wasn't that big of a page, but there was some text in there that I'll double check on to see if there's anything in there that I want to pull to put into this too. And that might give
Okay.
me a
Yeah, we need to,
direction.
because clearly we want to show about the active involvement of our wonderful police chief and other people on that day, you know. But
Yeah, exactly.
if it looks too much like a tit for tat kind of story against the other one, then it's a problem.
Right, right. No, I gotcha. I gotcha.
So
So I'll
I'm
listen to
talking.
Mercy and see.
Theoretically, I'll be speaking with the president of the Pasadena Educational Foundation right now. It's a private
Uh-huh.
organization that's backed by a lot of rich people in Pasadena. They give their time and their money to support the public schools. Although, between you and me, I would never say this in
Uh-huh.
print, they never send their
Right.
kids to those schools.
Right. That is so funny. Yeah.
Very common.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like the Obamas
Yeah.
and everybody else. But the bottom
Right.
line is, I'm going to talk to him because I believe he and his people were out at the opening and try to get him to
Uh-huh.
talk more general, not so that maybe you get some angle also if Mercy didn't say something.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me know what you get from that
So,
guy.
so we're close. We have 9 stories now. I went into work. Oh,
Right.
that's him. I got to go. That's him.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Talk
Thanks. Bye.
soon. Bye.
Good afternoon, Mr. James.
Hi, James. This is Patrick Conyers from
Hi.
PEF, and Monica Lopez is here with me.
Hello. Hello. How are you both?
Fine. How are you doing?
Great. Great. Thank you. Well, another school year. How about that?
Yes, another school year. It's like what, death and taxes, right?
Right, exactly. But we'll put it into a bright and cheery way.
No, that's much better. Yes, that's
not really gonna
the flip side of the coin. The other side.
Right, exactly. Well, what we were wondering is actually a couple of things. First of all, we were wondering if anyone representing a PEF was at any of these school openings yesterday and witnessed the kids going to school.
Well, first of all, there was a back to school event that the PUSD put on last Wednesday, where they brought the employees together for kind of a rally to launch the school year from an employee side. And we were there at that event, and our board president, Bill Krem, said a few words. And then yesterday, at the start of school, I know I personally was at Don Benito, and I was doing that because I'm also a parent. My son is just starting the 4th grade, and I know Monica was at Sierra Madre, where her son is in middle school. So we kind of were doing it more representing PEF, but also being parents and constituents in the district. So
Double duty.
But
Double duty.
yeah, right.
Well, I guess what we're interested to know really is, based on your experience at the schools, each of you, if you can tell me a little bit about what the event was like, which is more of a subjective and almost emotional kind of thing, and then also getting back to your roles within PEF and getting more intellectual. What do you see and hope for with PUSD this year?
Well, for the emotional side, going back to school, I think they're, you know, reflecting personally myself, it's part of the reason I think I was in school for so long and got as many degrees as I did, is there's some draw to the start of the school year. And to, at least growing up in the Midwest, what the fall was like when school was starting. This is certainly not fall weather here, but there's something about the excitement of the start of a new school year and the promise of more learning and the students, kids making friends, and the excitement of the projects that you know that they'll be working on. My son going into the 4th grade, and the mission project that he'll be working on this year that I've been through once with my daughter, and there's an excitement that I really felt when I was at Don Benito yesterday with the parents and the students, and the excitement of being back in school, that really was a beautiful thing to participate in, as it is every year. And Monica, do you want to?
Well, in my case, I actually have to say I did not go to the campus this year because my son walked to school with his friends, and he's in 8th grade.
Oh, of course, he's reached that age, right?
So it was, you know, there was much more of the he got up earlier than he would have if I was taking him, and spent a lot more time grooming.
Far for the course. Far for the course.
Welcome to 8th grade.
Exactly. Well, then I wonder, Monica, if you can tell me, and I'd love to ask Patrick the same question, and that is, in terms of from your professional perspective towards PUSD, we know the district has been undergoing a lot of changes over the last several years, and what are you looking forward to this year with PUSD?
Well, I think that there's that same kind of infectious positive feeling isn't just with parents and students. I'm also feeling it in the hallways here at PUSD. The excitement of the teachers at the back-to-school event last Wednesday, administrators, classified staff. It really feels like that everyone's feeling like they're ready to go with a really good, positive year. It really does feel like that kind of sense of renewal and fresh start transcends the student's experience. It's really part of the whole educational experience in this community, and I think beyond. It's great that we've got the stability of Dr. McDonald's tenure head of the PUSD continuing. I think that obviously bodes well for this community, the more stability that we can have in leadership, and especially someone like Dr. McDonald, who is so passionate and committed to the learning of every student in the district. It's great not to be in a period of transition, quite frankly, because we have, as many school districts do, with typical tenure of a superintendent being so discouragingly short nationwide. It's great to be now in our 3rd year with Dr. McDonald, and I hope that he's here for a good long time.
One final question, and that is, I think the Pasadena Educational Foundation may actually be in kind of a unique position, I think, to answer this, and that is community attitude and support, community support of PUSD, because you sort of transcend many different audiences within this city and kind of funnel a lot of attention, effort, and actually money into PUSD and meet with different demographics and different people throughout the city. What is your feel right now of how PUSD stands in terms of receiving community support for what it does?
I think that we are, make sure I put this the right way. I feel like there has been a great movement in positive direction over the past probably decade in this community, which is about the same amount of time that I've been a parent in this district. having first started back in 2003, that the community is seeing the importance of their participation collectively in our public schools and what that means for the success of our public schools and how important our public schools are to the overall health of our community. It feels like when I'm talking to business leaders, civic leaders, parents, and quite frankly, people who don't have kids or whose kids are grown and gone, kids that might have gone to private school, there is a growing sense of shared responsibility for our public schools that I'm feeling throughout the community. And it's really an exciting and wonderful thing to be a part of. So I do feel like there is kind of a long-term transformation that we're seeing the results of now. People that are helping pull our community together for the good of our public schools and the 17,000 plus students that are enrolled in PUSD. So it's really a nice thing to be a part of.
Oh, that's great. Thank you very much, Patrick. Really well said, and I feel that too. You know, not asking questions, but making a comment and off the record. I really feel that too as a layperson, just watching the whole thing unfold.
That means a lot because you've got your finger on the pulse in the community. So if you're feeling it really adds a lot of credence to what I just said. I appreciate that, James. Thanks.
Oh, sure. I think there's cause for optimism. I really, really do. So, well, I really appreciate you're taking the time. We're doing a story for tomorrow morning, pretty much on the community, how the communities come together to support back to school. We know a lot of people showed up to support the kids yesterday morning, serving you in a double function, but some people like the police chief and the 100 African American men were not necessarily showing up as parents, but there to inspire those bright, shining little faces, and that's a great story too.
That is. That's great. What a great idea for a story. Thanks, James.
Thank you very much, both of you. I really appreciate it and look forward to seeing you both at events upcoming soon.
Appreciate it.
Of course.
You have a great day.
You too.
Thanks,
everyone. Take care.
Yeah, bye.